This is losers round 5. These players are fighting to not get 7th place. Whoever loses this will get 7th place. Cross, holy water, and whip all from the beginning. JTPuff getting a down air to start things off. And you see JTPuff is not getting, not letting Teridax breathe 1 second. And the moment she gets some space, Teridax is setting up that wall. But JTPuff is doing a good job of getting in on it. Teridax is starting to figure things out, not letting that Puff just swing on her shield. That uppy out of shield is going to do a lot of trouble for Puff. Went for an interesting hold. Uppy out of shield. Uppy out of shield. Teridax content to just sit at the throw axe from across the stage. Probably looking for a shield break. 2 of those axes and then maybe a whip, and that's an absolutely dead Jigglypuff. It's just going to go straight off the top. Ooh, with a little bit of an overextension from JTPuff there, and now they are stuck on the ledge. Manages to make it back. Teridax probably wanted to jump there. Another uppy out of shield. I don't know if that was supposed to hit. I don't see JTPuff crouching a lot, which is interesting. Maybe JTPuff still does get hit by whip, or JTPuff doesn't want to get hit by the cross or the holy water or down tilt. But JTPuff takes the first stock, not at a horribly high percentage. Actually, it's Puff at a pretty high percentage. And some damage to start off here. Ooh. Working a little bit. Got a very nice ledge trap going on here. But Teridax setting up one of her own. JTPuff gets around it by just going around the situation, reads the tech in, gets the rest. 3 stocks to 1 for JTPuff. Teridax certainly not used to a Puff land like this. Ooh, the axe. You always think that axe is going to disappear, and it just never does. 2 stocks to 1. Teridax has to clear 2 stocks without losing one of hers. And Pound is certainly getting JTPuff a lot of mileage. Teridax seems to just be swinging in the wrong spot, swinging in the air when JTPuff's on the ground, and swinging on the ground when JTPuff's in the air. She's getting a lot of mileage off this axe. I'd like to see a lot more. I'd also like to see her stop jumping off the ledge and getting hit by Nair. We wanted to go for the drill arrest, but doesn't quite get it. Catches JTPuff on recovery. I don't know who that holy water is supposed to hit. JTPuff is doing a really good job at not letting the wall get set up. I don't disagree with the campy play from Teridax, but she's got to get herself a lead first. Axe into the F smash was either going to break the shield or kill. Good catch by Teridax. 91%, not undoable. Okay, just jump. Teridax starting to bring this back. That was a scary Nair. JTPuff got their first hit in a while there. Teridax finding the wall, but one too many air and uppies out of shield, and JTPuff might actually start punishing it. That's looking really bad for JTPuff, but this situation's looking worse for Teridax, but she gets back with an extremely high recovery. Puts herself in the wall, but gets out of it. Teridax setting up that wall. JTPuff catches the fire, just throws it away, doesn't throw it down. Got Nair, Teridax makes it back. That F smash doesn't hit. I don't know how JTPuff wanted the uppy out of shield. That was a good way by Teridax. JTPuff is really close to kill percent. And absolutely at kill percent now. I think give it a little more percent and even forward throw from Teridax is gonna kill JTPuff. Teridax knows that JTPuff can take this with just 1 or 2 straight hits. Doesn't want him to overcommit. Both these players just looking for their hit. Teridax finds the uppy out of shield, brings it back. Being down 2 stocks to 1. Seems throughout that match, Teridax didn't know what she was doing against Puff, and then very quickly figured out JTPuff's game plan. It's going to be interesting to see if JTPuff can change to adapt back to Teridax, or if Teridax is just going to ride this adaptation to a 2-0 victory. Because we are back in losers, so we are back to best out of 3s. And coming up next on stream, we'll be seeing Fun China and Corey. JTPuff left the arena, but Teridax didn't. I wonder if we're gonna. Oh, never mind. Oh, we're at least seeing the stage switch. Might even see a character switch from JTPuff. A good way to negate someone's adaptation to your character is to pick a different one. So JTPuff is equally confident in their Puff as they are their Bowser. A Bowser switch may be what they need. But coming up next, we'll be seeing Fun China and Corey. Corey having taken it 2-0 over Greninja with the Wi-Fi Banjo. Doing the Puff. Oh no, you took Teridax to small battlefield? That's not good. I feel this stage is really good for Belmont, so JTPuff better know something special to not let Teridax set up here, because these platforms are so wide and Belmonts can just sit under it for days, and you see that's all Teridax wants to do right now. She is content to just stay under there. Also, JTPuff every time on that down air goes for the cross up, and you see Teridax starting to adapt to it. Teridax is keeping herself under these platforms. She's cutting off JTPuff's approach options. Interesting Holy Wall. JTPuff fighting to make it back on stage. Lands on the platform, but gets knocked back off. Oh, I think we could have seen the shield break there with an axe. Teridax just content to sit under these platforms. Yep, JTPuff did not think that F smash would hit or reach. One of the two. Teridax wanted something a little stupid there, but thankfully completely messed it up, and we did not see any down air up B shenanigans. JTPuff gets hit by the parried holy water. That always hurts. Mentally, oh, there it is. We've been hit by the down air. Now we're seeing a mirror of what we saw in game 1 with Teridax up 3 stocks to 1 versus JTPuff. JTPuff gets Teridax off stage the first time, but cannot capitalize. Put in a grab for some reason, and Teridax makes it back relatively free. Teridax definitely have this Puff figured out. JTPuff's gonna need to radically change their playstyle to pull out a game here. Teridax, everybody saw that you wanted that down there. JTPuff included. Reads the air dodge down though. That air dodge is gonna kill her. JTPuff takes 1 stock, but there's 2 more stocks JTPuff's gotta take out. It's in over the holy water. JTPuff gets hit by the water, but nothing happens of it. That pound was making Teridax's shield look mighty low, but JTPuff fights back on stage, nearly catches that roll. Teridax looking to end it with that up the out of shield. JTPuff is dead to just about any stray hit. Ooh, tries to get that early kill. Doesn't quite get it. Resets the edge guard. That's not the JTPuff or Teridax, which is surprising. Even that cross is getting close to killing. JTPuff, so close. Fade back into that. Gets hit by the third F tilt in a row. That is a 2-0 victory for Teridax. And now I will go fight the ever fun Simon.